In politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. I know that line is now famous on this platform because most of you guys are actually relating with it or to it. Raila Odinga yesterday attended the burial of Musalia Mudavadi's stepmother. The Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who has been courting Musalia Mudavadi and his ANC party, did not attend that function. So the question is, why do you think Raila Odinga attended Musalia Mudavadi's stepmother's funeral? Why do you think he did that? Because Raila Odinga announced to the country that he was going to take a break from politics based on some medical attention after rigorous campaigns. But he was with the president yesterday, but yesterday, Raila Odinga was with Musalia Mudavadi. Nothing happens out of mere coincidence. And during that burial, the allies of Musalia Mudavadi, that is Agoi, who is a very close ally of Musalia Mudavadi, the Senator for Kakamega, Cleophas Malala, attacked Raila Odinga ruthlessly. And Raila Odinga just watched them. And of course, because of protocol, Raila Odinga had to respond to them. So in this video today, I want to look at the message which Raila Odinga passed to Musalia Mudavadi's allies. Before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. Please subscribe. Please give it thumbs up. Now, let us get back to business. Do you think Raila Odinga would have just decided to go to Musalia Mudavadi's funeral? Stepmother's funeral? And why is it that someone like Ruto did not attend that funeral? It's not by coincidence. Several factors can explain why Raila Odinga attended that funeral. But let me not get into that. Let me focus on the message which Raila Odinga delivered to the allies of Musalia Mudavadi. Number one, the first thing he was telling them, that the friendship between me and Musalia Mudavadi began way long, even before I became a member of parliament. Raila Odinga was first elected a member of parliament in 1992. So the question is, how old was Cleophas Malala at that time? So basically that's the message he was passing to them. And you could also listen, if you listen, you could also get it from Musalia Mudavadi, who explained that Raila Odinga used to call him Wood Anna, yani mtoto wa Anna. And you would call Raila Wood Mary, mtoto wa Mary. So that explains to you that sometimes in politics, there are so many things you can't really understand, which can take me back to a story which someone once told me. Because in the last election, I was asking someone, why do you think, Aloda was a good friend of mine because she was a colleague, the late. She contested against Ombaka. And I was asking someone, why do you think Raila favored Ombaka? This guy told me that there was no way Raila Odinga was going to leave out Christine Ombaka. He explained that the two share a very long history. That after the 1982 coup, Raila Odinga came to Bondo. And then he was being trailed. So he decided to embark on a journey back to Nairobi so that he could hide there. So he managed to bypassed all the roadblocks up to the point he arrived in Nairobi. And the house he was taken to was the house of the Ombakas. And when these guys, the NIS or the intelligence by that time trailed, they got hold of the driver who drove him there. And the driver took them to that house. That house belonged to Christine Ombaka. And because of that history, by the way, do you think if you're competing with Ombaka and Raila had a chance of having a final say? So that explains what Raila Odinga was telling these guys. That my friendship with Musalia Mudavadi actually began a long time ago. Mudavadi confirmed it. So there's nothing you can tell me about Mudavadi. There's nothing you can tell Mudavadi about me. Some of you guys just knew Mudavadi because you either joined the politics or because it's the party leader of NC and therefore you have to join it. So that's number one, the first message. That my friendship with Mudavadi, you can't enter. Number two, he was also telling them that the negotiations he's going to have with Musalia Mudavadi is basically way beyond Malala, beyond Agoi, and any other person. That if they decide to work together, they've always done that, they can agree, look for each other, and work together. And in my view, that's the most important thing, which Cleophas Malala, because he can make noise. I remember one of my friends, Distirio Kumu, who is also an analyst in Nyota TV. You can always check on his Facebook, Distirio Kumu. He comes from Kakamega County. This guy understands politics. He once advised Cleophas Malala that you just need to understand and take stock of those people who have actually in the past opposed Raila Odinga the way he was doing. And he challenged him to go and look for a guy called Dunstan Mungatana, where he is today. He advised him to go even to his Kakamega County and look for Rashid Echesa, where Rashid Echesa is today. So basically, the point is, Raila was telling them, the likes of Agoi, Malala, that when we decide to negotiate with Musalia Mudavadi, we can even negotiate at his home or in his home in the bedroom. But it's beyond you. Number three, which also came out, is the possibility of Raila Odinga and Musalia Mudavadi working again together in 2022. And Raila Odinga gave the history. If you listen to his speech, he gave the history. 2002, 2007, 2013, 2017. How Mudavadi was on one wrong side, came to his side, left, came to his side, left, came to his side, but he still maintained going to Musalia Mudavadi. There's a possibility that the two gentlemen, Raila Odinga and Musalia Mudavadi, can work together. And not only that, even if they were to separate, and this is the point he was telling them, even if we were to separate and a runoff is occasioned pitting William Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi, let's say Mudavadi number 1, Ruto number 2, Raila is now out, then it means Raila Odinga can actually decide to support Musalia Mudavadi based on their past relationship, their friendship. And the other possibility is if, for example, it were to be a runoff between Raila and Ruto, then based on the friendship, Musalia Mudavadi can actually decide to support Raila Odinga. Number four, the fourth message he was telling these guys is that nobody can actually stop him from campaigning in the larger Western Kenya. Malala had warned Raila Odinga against stepping in the larger Mount Kenya region, in the larger Western Kenya region. When Raila Odinga arrived at Musalia Mudavadi's home, the women rep at a gala was speaking and he was talking ill against Raila Odinga. So when Raila Odinga arrived, everybody was cheering Raila Odinga. Everybody left their seats to go and receive Baba. It was a very awkward situation for the women representative. So basically the point is, Raila Odinga is perceived to be fighting with Musalia Mudavadi. Then Raila Odinga decides in his wisdom to come to Musalia Mudavadi's home, where he's being attacked. And these guys could do nothing about it. So he was telling them that if he will decide to campaign in the larger Western Kenya, he's going to do it. And you are going to do nothing. And lastly, Raila Odinga also used the occasion, in my view, to tell Musalia Mudavadi that me, Raila Odinga, I'm going to be on the ballot. And he reminded them that the last time risasi bado imebaki. Risasi bado imebaki. The only thing which happened was that alirosha mishale. But the risasi imebaki. So he's going to use that. And he was telling Musalia Mudavadi when seated in his home, all his members of parliament present, and the rest. Thank you guys. I don't know what you think, but someone drew my attention to something that he asked me to do analysis on it. I've confirmed it could not be really true that Boni Halwale the Bulfate missed some of the events presided over by the deputy president in Kakamega County. I've gone to his Facebook page. He has posted a few things. I don't know whether there's a specific trip he missed, but the truth of the matter is that if there's anything which is going to fail the deputy president in the larger Western Kenya, is the infighting between Boni Halwale, Rashid Echesa, Ben Washiali, the Kiminini guy, is it Kimilili? Kimilili member of parliament, Didmas Baraza. The infighting between those guys are going to cost the DP. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Take a second, click subscribe button. We need to reach 150,000 guys. That's not possible unless you decide to subscribe. I know so many people are watching the videos without subscribing, so please just subscribe now. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye bye.